Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. I'm Rich Giordano from GUFON, and this is today's report. Hey, there's not much I can say. Just come down this futuristic world, because sometimes I believe we're living in another reality. These things are weird. Let's go take a look.
Let's get to this first video of what looks to be some kind of crazy illuminated donut flying in the sky. We're looking at this very closely. We're slowing it down. This came in from Jaime Maussan, and we're going to get a close look at this. Is this legit, or is this some possible massive hoax? All right, we're getting a close look, and right now the illuminance from this craft, this donut-shaped craft, seems legitimate. Brett, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this thing's pretty wild. Look at the erratic maneuvers it's doing, and it's creating this donut shape like we're seeing right here. Again, could this be CGI and manipulated? I like the features, though. It's still curious. Everything around it seems kind of legitimate. Even the pixels around the close-up. The dynamics around this craft, if that's what it is outstanding. But still, looking at this thing and not really having a source behind it, I'm still suspect to what we're looking at here. Even though it's fantastic, we're sharing it right now. But then again, I'm still leaning maybe towards CGI. Now, look at this new video. Again, coming in from South America. What are we looking at here, Blake?
Again, we're getting these craft coming in from all the places that we expect. In the region of Mexico and beyond, we even have more illuminated lights that resemble the same exact thing that we're just looking at. And this maybe could confirm that whatever's going on is on a consistent basis. And we have different angles from different sources. So this is proving a lot. Look we have one from 2021, just earlier in Phoenix, and now in this region of this crazy ring-shaped object that's performing maneuvers that seems unconventional. This isn't a drone, and if this isn't CGI, then what the heck is it? This is something that needs to be seen. So if you're joining us right now, tell your friends Third Phase Moon's live, because we got a lot of UFO sightings coming up in this episode, right?
Yeah, you see everybody piling in. That's great. All the regulars are friends, the third phasers. You guys rock. Again, we have this Phoenix sighting comparatively to what was captured in South America. They do resemble the same object. So it could be a possibility that what we're looking at here is legitimate, and that's something to question. It's fascinating footage, and I'm glad that we're sharing it again right here, and we're discussing this, and everybody else is taking a look at this closely.
What can we say about these things? It's something new just about every time you come to this channel. And this is one of those times. A flying donut is what we have here. This is the letter O, a donut. It is a light source of some kind. Is it a balloon with LED lights inside of it? And somebody just released it? Look at this. There's other places around the world, as you saw in Phoenix, Arizona, and other places around the world have seen this object. What are we really looking at here? And this is one of those times, if it isn't a balloon with LED lights in it, or a spinning, out-of-control drone, then I don't have any idea what this is. I don't remember seeing a light like this flying through the sky or whatever it's doing. It's there. It's in the sky. And it just doesn't really make sense. You know? People have been seeing these things. But nobody knows what they are. Look at this. I'm trying to think. Why would an alien species have an object like this? I don't know. I don't know. Is it kind of like a flare? It lights up the environment, makes them see what's on the ground. Is there something we don't understand about this light source that is illuminating the area around it? Is it some sort of secret technology we don't understand and are only seeing by accident? It's pretty wild. I enjoy this. This is why I do this. This is why you watch this. This is bizarre. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be in the sky. It's not a plane. It's not a drone. It's not a bird. What is it? Well, I don't know either. But let's get to the next sighting, which is equally as disturbing as this one. Disturbing because I don't know what we're looking at half the time. Is it CGI? Is somebody throwing up stuff in the sky? I don't know. You're going to have to check this next one out, so let's do it.
Videos that have just come to us via Seed to Shatter. He's got a YouTube channel and he's in Southern California and he's been submitting videos to us over the past couple days. And he's given us permission to share it with you right now. Let's get to the first one. He captured this just today. At the video, and some people right away are saying that this could be just a flock of birds. Let's just zoom in, get a closer look, and see if these guys are birds or not, because what we're looking at this moment is some kind of squadron of UFOs, in my opinion. Brent, I want to get your thoughts here.
Yeah, look at that formation. That's what I like about what we're looking at here. There's some sort of continuity to it. They seem kind of like programmed. What I was thinking, is this like maybe a sort of skywriting techniques of drones in formation, creating what you see over the skies of LA? But this is new tech, what I'm looking at here, Blake.
If these are drones, they're moving super fast, and the altitude that these are incredibly high. These are in the vicinity of major airliners and they're moving super quick. If they have some kind of AI technology, this is something that we're looking at right now. We're going to have to rule out birds, right?
Yeah, as soon as I showed one of our friends this video, he said, look, it looks like you can see the wings flapping on it. He thought it was birds legitimately, but when we move in, we could tell that these are something that is mechanical, something new, high tech.
He actually manages to hold the camera pretty steady and zoom in to get a clear shot of these drones display in the sky. And right now, I don't think they're fighter pilots or some kind of small aerial craft with humans piloting these things. It's way too small, way too high. There has to be some kind of artificial intelligence that is controlling these things in the skies. Are these unmanned drones?
Whatever it is, we could tell the synchronicity between what's traveling in the skies. We know it's not random, they're controlled, and for what? That's a big question.
Absolutely. Now, let's get to the second video captured by the Seed to Shatter. This is going to blow you away. A swarm of crows surrounding some kind of unusual object. Take a look at this. natural display of an aerial phenomenon in regards to crows possibly interacting with some kind of UFO, a magnetic field that attracts the birds in a flock surrounding this unusual object. Is this maybe just a balloon floating away? I would see why the crows would have no reason to surround it. It seems like they're actually attracted to it. Very strange video. Let's get a closer look. All right, Brent, you're looking at this. I want to get your thoughts.
I don't see a tether, and that's a big question. Is there a tether on this? Is it an advertisement balloon or some sort of man-made object? We're not sure what we're looking at. I'm seeing the crows, which I find fascinating. It seems like it flies in front of this object. It gives some sort of dimension, a mass to it. How large do you think this is, Blake?
Well, we're trying to get a good close-up on it, and right now I could speculate. It seems like they're surrounding this thing. So I'd have to estimate from the size of a crow and whatever the distance is from the cameraman himself to the object, I would have to say it would be at least 15 to 25 feet in its formation, whatever it is. It's unusual, but what's more unusual is that these crows are surrounding it, and they're in a frenzy. But in my opinion, they're attracted to it by its magnetic field. Something that's giving some kind of signal to the birds, and they're, again, going crazy.
I'm looking at it one more time. It looks legitimate. I'm still wondering, could this be CGI? I'm going to ask that question. And it looks like we can't explain it. I don't see any really faults to it. I do like that the crows are flying in front of it. It gives a moment that I think this is real. I think that the seed to shatter captured something legitimate in our skies.
Well, 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 what do we have here? 2 sightings we're going to talk about back to back. The first one is the fleet of unknown objects. I'm looking at this like you, and I immediately see something very, very stable. I see these objects unified, static in their position, moving at a constant rate of speed unknown. But we have, 5, 10, 11 of these things, and I can't tell if it's CGI. It looks like they're in the sky. Birds, drones, balloons, I think not. The only thing it could be are 2 things: drones and CGI. And I don't think it's drones, and I'm not sure if it's CGI. At one point, it has a weird, almost transparent look to it, like either the camera can't really focus well or take the light in as it should through the aperture and whatnot. It's just right there. You see what I mean? It's almost transparent. I think it's the sunlight. I think it's the sunlight at the angle hitting inside the camera, inside the lens. It's just creating an odd effect. But this is really amazing. I'm positive it's not balloons. It just doesn't look like it. If anything, it looks like helicopters. Maybe we're seeing helicopters. That's what it kind of looks like. Yeah, but there was no sound, right? Very strange. Yeah, I really don't get it. Why would there be so many, you know? That's the thing. Where are they going? Is there a military base nearby? I'm not too sure about that. Interesting, though. Have to admit, seeing something like this in the sky would make anybody want to take out their camera and record it. Pretty wild. Yeah, it could be drones, but I think they would have to be big. It's awfully high, too. It's a couple of 1,000 feet up. I wonder if there were any reports put into the into the airport, the tower. Maybe they saw something. They're very close. Very, very close together. If that's helicopters, man, I'd be really surprised if they would do it like that. Fly like that close in formation, unless they were at an air show. And the one hanging back, the one to the bottom right, that's similar to what we see in military formation, flyovers and things like that. So I don't know. Now we have this object, and I really have my opinion on this one. And I think I'm going to stand by it. Because what I think is happening is not what we were told. I don't believe that object is influencing these birds. I think the object is further away. I think the birds are close. I think there may be a carcass on the ground or something to attract all of these birds. But to me, that egg-shaped object looks considerably further out there and a lot higher up. Now, whether it's transmitting a signal in that general area and it's creating the birds, maybe disorienting them or making them move. Look at the object. It looks like there's something in the center of it. Like a hole or something. But yeah, I think it's interesting. Don't get me wrong. I don't think there isn't anything in the sky. I think there's something there for sure. I don't think it's CGI. But the birds flying around the way they are, I just think they're a lot closer to the camera than the object is. I think the object is way out there. It's pretty far. Probably maybe a mile, half a mile further away from these birds. I could be wrong. It's very hard to judge distance with a shot like this, an object that small in the sky. But I would be interested to know how far away it really is. Too bad we didn't get this person recording it to drive towards it. See if they can get underneath it or closer to it. Nonetheless, it's interesting to talk about because we feel that these UFOs emit some sort of strange signal. We're going to go to the next one. It's pretty good.
Me contem o que vocês acham que é isso.
All right, so we're looking at this video again of whatever this illuminated craft is. It almost seems like it's on fire, but it doesn't represent a typical Chinese lantern. This seems like it's something else. And it ejects these strange orbs of light, these drones. What's going on here, Brent?
Yeah, it's a very cool capture. I like that he stays with it for the duration of its time, and it just seems to cruise on by. It seems to be kind of oscillating in its own sense, make me lean towards maybe this is one of ours. But what I like about it, again, is these orbs that start to drop from this object itself, and it seems to just slowly drop down and descend towards the ground. The big question is, what is this in the sky? Great submission.
Well, 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 what do we have here? It looks like a UFO that is releasing some sort of something. I mean, we don't know. Is it another UFO? Is it a Chinese lantern? And it's just starting to burn up in the sky. Look at this. I mean, this is really bizarre. We've seen these time and time again where objects are falling or coming out of the objects, and then they either disappear or they just hang out and go with the object. And that's what we have here. This object tilts forward, and it looks like it's dropping off something. I don't know. The one thing about this that is a little bit disturbing is you can see the clouds are moving from left to right. The object is moving from left to right. If it's a Chinese lantern or some sort of structured thing that can light up on the inside and stuff just falls out of it, I don't know. I don't see any fire, smoke, any sparks, anything like that would show fire in the wind or in a windy situation. I really don't know. I don't know. I would have to say, if anything, logically speaking, I would have to say it's probably a Chinese lantern of some sort, but I don't know. But interesting night. I want to take you back out on the digital highway into your reality. Until next time, I am Rich Giordano from GUFON. You can see me every day of the week live on GUFON right here on YouTube. And I want to thank Third Phase of Moon for permission to use these videos. So there we go. We're taking you out back into your reality so you can unbuckle in a minute. Until next time, this has been a Third Phase UFO Report. Take care, everybody.